everybody. My name is Melissa Fry, author, editor, course creator, and lover of stories. I am coming to you today with a new backdrop, as you can see on this wonderful thing back here. I am getting all prepped and set up for my Instagram course. I'm going to record a bunch of videos, get everything compiled and together, and get it out to you guys. So I'm super excited about that, and that's why I wanted to come from this other set, I guess. It sounds so fancy. But I just wanted to talk today about Instagram. So you guys have a couple of tips and tricks that you can follow until the course comes out. So I guess we're going to get started with 5 tips for winning on Instagram. Tip number 1 is to always be yourself. You have to be authentic on Instagram or on any social media for that matter, because if you don't, people will be able to tell. They're going to question if you're telling them the truth, all of that. So good rule for Instagram, good rule for social media, and a good rule for life, always be yourself. Number 2 is be others focused. Wasn't quite sure what the word, not self-centered, anyway. But focus on everyone else. Basically, figure out what your followers want and give them that. Your followers aren't there to fuel your ego or to just watch you go through your life and post some pictures. It may seem like that's what they want. And in some cases, that might be true if you're a celebrity. But if you're just an author, I don't say just an author, but if you're a lowly author like me who is not made it on the New York Times bestseller list yet, people are going to want to get to know you. And the way that people get to know you is first by being yourself, obviously, but also they want to know what value you can offer them and give them a reason to follow you. So just make sure that in all your interactions, all your posts, anything you do on Instagram, and again, in any social media, make sure that you're making it all about them. So a little tip about how to do this is instead of going and saying, wow, my book is really fantastic, you should buy it, you can instead say, okay, well, here's a review that someone made of the book, or this is a book I worked really hard on, and I really wanted to help inspire you guys and give you something to escape to, give you a world that you just want to become immersed in. So those are just kind of off the top of my head, but you kind of can see the point. Like, no one, and this might sound a little harsh, but no one really cares that your book came out until they want to start supporting you, and then of course they'll care. But initially you want to give them a reason to care. So that's why you do a book synopsis, so that it gets them interested. That's why you post reviews. That's why you show them the value that you can offer them, and then they'll be more willing to buy and more willing to follow you. All right, number 3 is be intentional. So unless no one told you, let me be the first to tell you, your author platform, which is your social media, your website, email, all of that, your author platform is a business. So unless you intend just to do this for fun and keep working your day job, which is totally fine if you want to do that, you hope, probably like me, to hopefully make money from your book someday. And in order to do that, you're going to have to treat your business like a business, basically. So anyway, so you want to be intentional with that. You want to set goals. You want to be able to measure those goals so that you can figure out if you actually reach them. So there's a concept called SMART goals, S-M-A-R-T. Not going to go through what all that means. You can look it up. That's what Google's for. But so make sure you have goals for your business and goals for your platform, because you want to, you can say, yeah, I'll get 1,000 followers, but if you don't actually have a method of getting there, then you're going to struggle a little bit. So anyway, but be intentional. And the example I saw of this is people who post and then tag anybody and everybody they can think of for no reason at all. That is super annoying. Let me just say, let me just put that out there. That's super annoying. So please, please, please don't do that. However, if you, for example, met your cover designer on Instagram and you want to tag them, by all means do it. You share a picture of the cover, you say, wow, this is created by this person. I was so grateful. I think it turned out beautiful. So that would be a good reason. Or like something popular going around, there's a hashtag follow Friday or shout out Sunday. Maybe it's Sunday shout out. Either way, they're probably both there. You're intentionally suggesting to your followers who else they should be connected with. So those are helpful to your followers. Now, if you're just tagging willy-nilly, your followers probably don't see it and you're really just trying to game the algorithm, and that's not cool. So let's be intentional about all the choices that we make. This also brings to mind the planning aspect of it. You want to plan out your content as well as possible. Now, I am the worst culprit of this, and I am learning. So planning is definitely a good thing. It helps you be intentional, and it also helps you be number 4. So we'll get into that in a second. But planning your content, coming up with themes, talking about specific things that you want to cover is also a good way to be intentional. All right, I promised number 4, it's be consistent. So again, planning really helps you to be consistent. Lock into what you think you can reasonably do, and then do it. I mean, execute, there's really no other way to do it. There are apps out there that can help you. You can schedule it. You can, if you are great at time blocking and you want to just set a couple hours a week just to plan out all your posts and schedule them and get it done, great. I have not been as good at this, like I said, so I'm going to get better, and I will talk more about that in the course, so stay tuned for that. But definitely consistency is key. The algorithm loves it, Instagram love it, and your followers love it. And that's incidentally why the algorithm and Instagram love it, because they know your followers love it. They can rely on you to have consistent content. They know when, relatively closely, they know when you're going to come out with new content, so they can rely on that. My number 5 tip is to be imperfect. That sounds kind of odd, but don't worry about making it perfect. You don't have to craft the perfect post, the perfect picture, the best lighting, this amazing story every single time. You're going to wear yourself out, and you're not going to be able to convey the authenticity that everybody makes mistakes. Everyone is human. I'm not saying make mistakes, or I'm not saying just throw something up for the sake of throwing something up, but don't worry about having it 100% perfect, because you'll never get there. It's all a learning process, and especially if you're just starting out with Instagram, just try. Go into stories, mess around, of course, and I will pitch my course again, because I will have a lot of tips and tricks on how to start with stories and posts and how to get into the nitty-gritty and get past that initial barrier of, what am I doing? How do I do this? So I'm going to explain all those things to you, give you some ideas, but if you don't execute and you don't actually get on Instagram, play around, post in your feed and in stories, comment and engage with people, you're not ever going to do anything. So you have to start. So that's what I mean by be imperfect. Be okay with not being perfect. It's going to be a learning process, and that's perfectly okay. So before we wrap up, I just wanted to say really quickly that I released a book this week. So it's technically a relaunch of my debut novel, The Secret of the Codex, from last year. It released last year. I felt like it needed a new cover, and I wanted to really add an excerpt from book 2. So I went in, I did a re-release. It was super fun, and I wanted to show you guys the book really quickly. I know I've showed it in previous videos, but I wanted to show it just so you guys know. This is the proof copy. But if you want to grab this, it is actually available now. You can grab the paperback, the ebook. It's actually in Kindle Unlimited too. So if you like the ebook and you're part of Kindle Unlimited, totally free for you to read this book. So please grab it. I would appreciate it if you would. And as indie authors, this is kind of our bread and butter. So I just wanted to share this with you and also show off my beautiful matte cover that I love so much. All right, that's about it. I am hard at work trying to get this Instagram for Authors course up with this wonderful background. So if you guys are interested in updates about the course and news about when it's available, you can sign up below. I put the link down there in the description. So if you enjoyed this video, found these helpful, I would love to hear what you thought about it. You can give me a thumbs up. below if you like the video, subscribe, I always appreciate that. And just leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about the tips, if you have any other ones or had any questions. I would love to help. All right, my name is Melissa Fry, author, editor, course creator, and lover of stories. And also, you guessed it, a grammar nerd.